velocity of a two-dimensional projectile after t seconds. So as usual, we compare two-dimensional motion with one-dimensional motion. Suppose you are having two stones here, and one stone you are going to throw it vertically upwards, another stone you are going to throw at some angle. Suppose you are throwing the stone at an angle theta and you are throwing the stone vertically upwards, and velocity of this is also u, velocity of this is also u, but the entire velocity is in the upward direction. Here the velocity is making an angle theta with the horizontal, and this angle is theta. So we know that this velocity can be resolved into two components. One is u cos theta, the other one is u sin theta. You see here, initially this velocity has two components, one along x direction, one along y direction. This projectile, as we know, this is going to go like this. That means this velocity component, which we call u cos theta, is going to govern its horizontal motion. This velocity u sin theta is going to govern its vertical motion. So this goes up and comes down, this goes this way. The combination of this will take this projectile along this direction. So in a couple of videos after, we will also prove that this trajectory is a parabolic trajectory. Okay, so this projectile, what you would like to know is, so you are throwing this object. After t seconds, this ball comes here to this point, and this ball comes here. So what is its velocity up here? At the same time, after t seconds, here this ball comes here. After t seconds, this comes over here, this comes over here. So what is its velocity after t seconds? You know that gravity is acting downwards, its value is g, and here also gravity is acting downwards, its value is g, and this has got only one velocity in the vertical direction, which is u. This projectile has got two velocities. We call initial velocity in the horizontal direction as ux, initial velocity in the vertical direction as uy. Here we have got only one velocity uy, which is u. So after t seconds, velocity v is equal to u plus at. So vy is equal to uy plus ay into t. Velocity in the vertical direction after t seconds will be uy is u upwards plus gravity is acting downwards, so it is minus gt. So velocity in the vertical direction at any instant is u minus gt. Whereas here the velocity upwards is u sin theta initially. After t seconds, let us assume that this projectile has a velocity v in this direction. So it will have horizontal component vy, it will have vertical component, horizontal component vx, and vertical component vy. So this, since there is no acceleration in the horizontal direction, this velocity u cos theta is preserved and is still u cos theta. Suppose initial velocity we call ux in the horizontal direction, velocity after some time in the horizontal direction, let us call it vx, because it might be different. But because there is no acceleration in the horizontal direction, this ux and vx are the same. Whereas vy, after some time, vy is equal to, just the way same equations will come here. In place of u here the initial velocity is u sin theta, so it becomes u sin theta minus gt. So this vy is in the upward direction, vx is in the horizontally to the right direction. So here vy vector is u minus gt in the upward direction, so let us call j cap. Here the velocity here v has got two components, hence velocity vector has x component in the I cap direction and y component in the j cap direction. The x component, since there is no acceleration in the horizontal direction, it is still u cos theta as it had initially, whereas y component has reduced by gt. So it is u sin theta minus gt in the upward direction. So it is j cap. This is what velocity is. So I will try to write this separately up here. So this velocity v vector can be got from, or I will write first like this, it had horizontal velocity vx and vertical velocity vy. So the resultant of these two vectors vx and vy, you have to add these two vectorially because velocities are vectors. So what we are supposed to do according to vector rules, in order to add two vectors, you have to bring the tail of one vector on the head of the other and you have to draw a straight thing. So this is vx and you have brought vy so that the tail of this coincides with vx. So if this is vy, this is also vy. Then the resultant velocity is from the tail of this to the head of this. So you are going to draw like this. So this is what the resultant velocity v. So you know that v is equal to root over vx square plus vy square, as they form a right triangle. So whenever you come across such kind of things, I cap and j cap, you will have the modulus of that velocity vector is root over x component square plus y component square. The x component is u cos theta, y component is u sin theta minus gt. So the net velocity vector, the modulus of the vector is just the number v, which is going to be equal to u cos theta whole square plus u sin theta minus gt the whole square. When you try to expand it, so you will have u square cos square theta, this is a minus b whole square, so a square plus b square minus 2ab. So u square cos square theta plus u square sin square theta is u square. So velocity after some time, this will be u square plus g square t square minus 2u gt sin theta. This is how we write velocity. And at the highest point, the velocity is 0. I will try to prove you. And you see the net velocity is u sin theta minus gt. So velocity vector is u sin theta I cap plus this is u cos theta I cap. You see here it is u cos theta I cap, u sin theta minus gt j cap. So u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta minus gt j cap. You know what is the velocity at the highest point? You know that for the body to come to the highest point, in the previous video we have derived that time taken to come to the highest point is u sin theta by g. If you substitute the same up here, velocity at the highest point, equal to u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta minus g into time to reach the highest point is u sin theta by g j cap. So g and g cancelled, u sin theta minus u sin theta, this whole term becomes 0. Hence velocity at the highest point is u cos theta I cap. So whenever you have a horizontal projectile motion, or two-dimensional projectile motion, at the highest point is velocity is parallel to the ground and it is still u cos theta. Even at the highest point. So remember this point, even at the highest point, velocity does not become 0, for a horizontal projectile. But in case of a vertical projectile, you had only vertical velocity. So at the highest point, even that velocity becomes 0. Hence, the velocity of a vertical projectile at the highest point is 0. Velocity of a two-dimensional projectile at the highest point is not 0. That is equal to u cos theta.